When most people think of the worst thing Breaking Bad ever did, they usually point to minor continuity errors, or maybe even the Fly episode. But what if I told you the real problem, possibly the most glaring narrative mistake in the entire series, was that one man simply didn't die? Not because he was too important to kill, not because he was evil, but because he was completely irrelevant. His name was Huell Babineaux. And his continued survival wasn't just a missed opportunity, it was a catastrophic narrative failure, the kind of mistake that quietly rots a show from the inside. Because if you take a closer look, what you'll find is that Huell isn't a character. He's a massive, mobile, narrative vacuum, and the fact that he was allowed to just sit in a safe house, completely untouched by the moral consequences that define every other character, represents one of the most baffling decisions in television history. Introduced as Saul Goodman's bodyguard, Huell's character is ostensibly comic relief. He's big, he's slow, he pickpockets Jesse. That's about it. But here's the thing. In a show like Breaking Bad, nobody gets away clean. Every character pays. Gale gets shot in the face. Jane chokes on her own vomit. Hank dies in a ditch. But Huell? Huell just eats snacks in a safe house and disappears from the show. No conclusion, no closure, nothing. This, in and of itself, would be forgivable if it weren't for the numerous attempts to make Huell more than he ever needed to be. In a 2015 interview that has since mysteriously vanished from AMC's official site, Vince Gilligan admitted that there was an early version of the script where Huell trips on his own shoelaces and accidentally causes a chemical fire. It was symbolic, very European, but the scene was never filmed. The network didn't think audiences were ready for Huell to be burned alive by metaphor. And then there's the deleted romance subplot between Huell and Marie Schrader. Yes, you heard that correctly. While never aired, the Huell-Marie affair, nicknamed Operation Lavender Drip by the writing staff, was planned as a darkly comedic side plot in Season 5, where Marie, emotionally neglected by Hank, falls for Huell during a chance encounter at a support group for compulsive thieves. The original outline, leaked by a writer's assistant in 2017, includes this scene: INT Walgreens parking lot, Night Marie adjusts her sunglasses. Huell holds out a bag of pretzels. Marie: "You're the only one who sees me." Huell: "I only steal what I'm told." "But I'd steal you." The plotline was scrapped after Dean Norris allegedly walked off set during rehearsal and screamed, "I will not be cucked by Huell," while throwing a plastic Emmy replica at a production intern. The affair was never filmed, but the damage was done, and the scent of lavender has haunted Huell's character ever since. But what makes Huell's survival truly unforgivable is what it says about the structure of Breaking Bad. Breaking Bad's entire moral framework is built around the idea that actions have consequences. Walter lies, Skyler suffers. Jesse kills, Jesse breaks. Hank investigates, Hank dies. But Huell? Huell pickpockets Jesse, lies to him, helps hide a murder, and then just disappears into narrative stasis. To quote Vince Gilligan again, from an unreleased Better Call Saul commentary track, "Huell was our reset button. We'd just throw him in when we needed a pause. He was like a human loading screen. That's not a character, that's a cop-out." There was even a shelved pitch for the final season titled Huell's Spleen Event Horizon, where he is consumed by a sentient pile of meth and time loops into an alternate reality. It was vetoed by AMC for being too realistic. So, how should Huell have died? Some fans have speculated he could have been crushed by one of those giant magnet rigs Walt uses. Others wanted Marie to murder him in a jealous rage. But the most widely accepted version, known only to hardcore fans on now-deleted Reddit threads, was a scene described in a storyboard from 2012. Huell eats a microwave burrito. The burrito is poisoned. As he begins to convulse, Marie walks in, wearing a gas mask and holding a purple taser. She looks into the camera and says, "Justice is heavy." It would have been poetic. Weird, unnecessary, but also perfect. Because sometimes, to preserve the integrity of a world like Breaking Bad's, you have to eliminate the meaningless, with fire. Today, Huell lives on only in memes, safe house jokes, a gag in El Camino. But beneath the surface of the fandom's affection is a bitter truth. By not killing Huell, Breaking Bad broke its own rules. It allowed one man to float, consequence-free, through a universe built on punishment. And in doing so, it exposed the one crack in the show's otherwise perfect structure. To quote a fan post from an archived Breaking Bad forum, "Huell is not a man, Huell is a glitch, and the system refused to reboot." And that, perhaps, is the most devastating twist of all. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this long character assassination of Huell, consider liking the video and subscribing for more serious breakdowns of the hit series Breaking Bad.
Ich bin der Kurt Cobain der Weiber, ich ficke ihre Eier. Die Mutter der Nation, ich bin Merkel sein Sohn. Ich bin Türke im Herzen, für die Türkei kenn ich keine Schmerzen. Meine Oma war Kurdin, doch jetzt bin ich gut im Flow drin. Ich lebe nicht in Bremen, ich will gern nach Schweden, um dort zu leben und zu streben. Mit der Familie mit 2 Kindern, dazu bin ich jeden Tag am Tindern. Warte, 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 ich bin die Gemüsesparte. Sind so fett, sie passen nicht in mein Bett. Genau wie deine Mutter, sie frisst zu viel Butter. Kauf ihr mal weniger Futter.